Так, продолжаем все то же самое. Ничего не делал. Решил отойти немного от привычной всем схемы прохождения в самом начале и наварить немного шнапса. Насколько я помню, там надо одна крапива и две белладонны. Материалы. Мне нужна еще одна белладонна. И крапива. Но благо с крапивой тут проблем нет. Шнапс позволит намного больше дать себе возможностей по сохранению. А в самом начале это крайне полезно. Нужна только белладонна. Но это может затянуться. Была она сверху, насколько я помню. Валерьяна. Всякая пустая зелень. Это чё? Я думал, зверобой. Полынь? Нет, не полынь. Так, это чертополох, но он тоже может пригодиться, мало ли. Я вроде как помню рецепт, поэтому он мне не нужен в книге. Это нет? Это не зверобой? Бля, жаль. Еще с первой игры я его запомнил. Так что, в принципе, эта проблема не представляет. Надо идти наверх. Да, надо идти наверх. Да, время еще и не показывает. Вот, бери. Пойдет. Отлично. По-моему, там нужно вскипятить одну крапиву. 2 оборота. Потом измельчить 2 белладонны, добавить и еще кипятить, но 1 оборот. Так, все это делается в вине. Вроде как так. Сейчас глянем. Так, белладонна, крапива. Да, нет, вот так вот. Вот так вот. А чё ты? Сука, ну ладно. Так, крапива. Пошла. Вниз. Выжидаю где-то секунду и потом песочные часы. По-моему, идеально по таймингам все совпало. И вверх. Хорош. Блять, неправильно сделал, да? Надо 2 оборота. Сука, ну опять проебался на мелочи. О чем я думаю? Так, теперь белладонну еще одну. Еще одну брать. Смешивать их в ступке можно. Так что не страшно. Качество их особо не важно. Там всякие сторонние перки добавляются. Так или иначе, сохраняют все они одинаково. Вниз. И 1 оборот. Потом поднять и слить. Дистиллировать его не нужно. Это в первой игре нужно было дистиллировать практически каждое зелье. Бери давай. Это, конечно, все немного нудно, но крайне полезно. Ну-ка. О, хорош. Уходим. Теперь есть резерв. Стратегический запас практически. В случае чего можно им воспользоваться. Что-то микрофон криво стоит. О, заебись. Все, идем спать. Тут уже всего отмолили, полечили. Пора самим немного полечиться. Так, я ромашковый отвар за кадром выпил, который остался от варки. Стоп. Пища, 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 пища. Ну его нахуй голодать. Это имеет свои последствия. 72. У меня, по-моему, еще крендель был. Во. Нормас. 19. Пережру, не пережру. У меня пока что нету правильного питания, который баф. Но тем не менее. Ладно, ешь. Хорош, 95, нормально, пойдет. Все, надо отоспаться. Надо капитально отоспаться. Вот так вот. А, ну да, ну конечно, куда же без этого. Теперь что не ночь, то какие-то флешбеки.
A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer.
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had it like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently.
Where's my fucking sword?
And I found it. Everything I take now will be mine. And I plan to take everything.
Rotted hell!
Ай.
Why would I miss one sword?
Because it's the last one my father forged, and I promised him I'd deliver it to you.
The stronger dog fucks the bitches. And war is a nasty business.
Коронная фраза из трейлера.
Where's my fucking sword?
You know what? I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you!
Yeah!
Да он, судя по всему, особо и не прячется.
Don't disappoint me.
Wake up, Henry. It's past sunrise.
Новый голос. Пахнет женщиной.
Hallelujah. I thought you'd never wake. Were you having a nightmare?
Bad dreams. You must be Pavlena, right?
That's right. I came in the evening while you were asleep. Ma told me what happened to you. Then I helped Ma take care of your friend that night?
Oh, Hans. He's alive.
Да что с ним
How is
будет
he?
того же?
Have no fear. He's alive, all right. Maybe too alive. Ma knows what she's doing, and that's the truth. I reckon she could bring the dead back to life. She said she dosed you with the strongest remedies she knows, and it looks like they did the trick. On that other fella for sure. Since he came to this morning, he hasn't stopped talking.
Yeah, that sounds like him, all right.
And what about you? How do you feel?
Да, заебись он себя чувствует, он же ромашкового отвара ебанул. Сильного.
That's good. Ma will be glad, but I heard you yelling in your sleep and went to check on you. Bad dreams?
I dreamt of Istvan Toth, a villainous, murderous whoreson who stole my sword. The last memento I had of my father, and I swore to get that sword back and avenge my parents.
Oh, that oath must be serious if it even
Почти всю
torments
жизнь
you in your
рассказал.
sleep. Dreams shouldn't be taken lightly. They can have real meaning, however hard they are to understand. What strikes you as the most important part of your dream?
Ну, сейчас, блядь. Ну, очевидно, отец.
Pa, without a doubt.
Папенька, блядь.
I hope his soul and Ma's find peace.
Dreaming of a dead parent is confusing. It could mean you cling too much to the past, and you ought to find a new path. But I think it's a good thing he's more important to you than that murderer.
Thanks, Pavlena. I never thought of looking at it like that. It's a lot to think about.
You're welcome. But remember, It's only my reading. The only one who can really understand you is you yourself.
I expect you're right. So in the end, all the hard work will be on me. But this is all too much heavy thinking at once. Right now, what I need more is a little sunshine and fresh air.
Aye, that's the best remedy for many
Да,
ailments.
сейчас пойдем
And a
глотать.
full stomach will help too. Breakfast is on the table, and I've got something else for you too. Come along, and we must save Ma from the clutches of his lordship.
Ой, бля, сейчас опять диалогов будет на целый час. Очки умений. Повышая уровень Индры, вы будете получать очки умений. Они нужны, чтобы открывать новые способности и улучшения. Ну, это все понятно. Вставай. Пошли открывать. Так, игрок. Ах, ёпта. Основной. Так, оппортунист. Уж не помню, что это. Кто дружен со всеми, не дружен ни с кем. Ты можешь с кем угодно дружбу вводить, когда тебе это выгодно, но твой единственный верный друг — это ты сам. При потере репутации добыча будет на 10% меньше. Ну, я особо всякой хуйней заниматься-то не собираюсь. Я ж не Куплинов. Так что симпатяга — это явно мой выбор. Так, ловкость. Легкий как перышко. Это для невнимательных. Кто не видит, что перед ним, тот со скал наебнется. Это прям мудрость древняя. Урон от падения. Ловкость, необходимая для использования всех видов оружия, для тебя будет на 2 меньше. Вот это очень нужно. С учетом того, что все навыки по пизде пошли. Но если твоя ловкость выше, то расход выносливости снижается. С таким умением ты быстрее достигнешь нужных показателей. Да, это мой выбор. Сейчас нужно будет... Для лука тем более нужна ловкость. Серебряные уста. Это, по-моему, еще с первой игры там такое умение было для красноречия. Более выгодной цене при продаже оружия, доспехов или одежды, состояние которой близится к идеальному, цена на них будет на 10% выше. Вот это. Определенно вот это. Ёптина. Так, ладно. Ох, ты умеешь хранить продукты так, что они дольше оставались свежими и не портились. Во всяком случае, ты сам так считаешь. А пища так считает или нет? Сырая пища и травы в твоей сумме портятся на 50% медленнее. Торговец с снадобьями. Никогда с снадобьями не торговал, ни в первой игре, ни здесь. Не знаю, в чем смысл. Вроде как за качественно, за зелье высшего качества можно выручить примерно 50-60 монет. Бессмысленная тайна материи такого же уровня. Нельзя... Ой, блядь, это... Вот снадобье лучшего качества на самом деле в приоритете. Ну, потом все равно воду лету можно сделать. Бессмысленно. Бессмысленно вот это. Ремесло. Так. Так, острый как бритва. Если ты заточил оружие на точильном камне до 98% и более, такое оружие получает бонусный эффект, который повышает режущий урон на 10%. Эффект держится до тех пор, пока состояние оружия не снизится ниже 75%. Подгонка — это для снижения скрытности, по-моему, для повышения скрытности. Да, меньше шума, сапоги-скороходы. Вот, блядь, даже не знаю. Вот это и вот это полезны. Учитывая, что пока нету коня, ты все равно будешь ходить исключительно пешком. Но для этого надо набор ремонтный. А вот это, в принципе, появится возможность сразу заниматься этим, как только попадешь к этому, к кузнецу. Так что сначала, наверное, вот это все-таки. Пьянство – это бестолковая хуйня, скорее всего. Атака с седла оружием ближнего боя расходует на 15% меньше выносливости, а врагу будет труднее выбить тебя из седла. Ремонт с набором сапожника будет на 20% эффективнее. А раз ты так хорошо разбираешься в кошелях и ранцах, то твой навык воровства повышается на 1, когда ты лезешь кому-нибудь в сумму. Ладно, пусть будет это. Я грабежом из карманов не занимался. Это довольно рисковое дело. Даже если надо у кого-то что-то спиздить из инвентаря, намного проще придушить. По ночи. Когда ты сидишь, это на 50% повышает ощущение комфорта, и ты быстрее обучаешься. Хорош. Нормально. Так, лесовик. Это исходное умение. Ты будешь издавать на 50% меньше шума, пробираясь по кустам. Если соперник отражает твои попытки оглушить его или убить из-под тишка, то получаешь штраф к своим характеристикам. Вот эта хуйня. Если ты собираешься кого-то убить незаметно, тебе в любом случае это необходимо сделать именно таким образом, иначе потом начнется замес. Так что очевидно вот это. Бой. Ведение боя. Защита головы. Непоколебимость. Защита головы на 20% меньше урона, если на тебе есть шлем. Вот это очень полезно, потому что удар в голову крайне болезненный. Блоки расходуют на 20% меньше выносливости, а твои щиты и оружие будут изнашиваться на 20% медленнее. Идеальный блок и так, по-моему, не расходует выносливость, поэтому толку от этого не особо. Владение мечом. Открывающий удар. Если точно нанес ранение в незакрытую зону противника, то есть в зону, откуда он не блокировал, ему будет сложнее отразить твои последующие атаки. Точный удар. Если ты полностью подготовил атаку мечом, да, ладно, в общем, вот это. И меткость. Ага. Да, надо сначала стабилизацию оружия при прицеливании прокачать, чтобы было проще целиться, а потом все остальное. Ладно, хорош. Так, что там по пище? 78. Так, поел. Хорош. Это на всякий пожарный для обработки ран. Ромашковый отвар и шнапс. Хорош. Ничего полезного нет. Что это такое? Ничего. И тут тоже ничего нет, да? Жаль.
Look who's finally up. Henry.
Опа, и облака. Это мне. Заберу на всякий пожарный. Ну что, падай. Поговорим.
Good morning, Henry. You have no idea how glad I am to see you. Come join our banquet in the midst of these exquisite woods.
I'm glad to see you too. I see you're in a surprisingly good mood for someone who was at death's door yesterday.
It's all the more cause for merrymaking. Even this water now tastes like the finest wine.
Of course. I did bring it all the way from the
Нихера тебе отвар
And
вставил.
for that, I am in your debt, fair maid. And I'm grateful to you too, Henry. Bojena told me what happened here yesterday. That's the third time you've saved my life. I suppose I'll have to give you some estate or something.
Это правильно,
The
это
third
да.
time. What in God's name happened the first 2 times?
Now, Henry, don't make her beg. Tell this good maiden of your heroic deeds.
Ладно.
Well, there was this time when me and Hans had some fisticuffs in the tavern, and for punishment, I had to accompany him on the hunt.
And I shot a boar.
And made it mad. And when Hans chased after the wounded animal, he got caught by a Cuman patrol.
Humans?
They come from somewhere in Hungary.
Больше
Sigismund
объективности.
brought them here to Bohemia as mercenaries. They're a very dangerous bunch.
I told you about them, though. The fellas in the tavern in Zheleov We're saying there's some foreigners like that camping in the rocks down by the pond.
What?
It's just what I heard.
Whoa, that's all we need. I hope they don't turn up here. What could us two do alone against them?
What could they want from us? But if they did come here to rob us, I'd shoot enough arrows into them to make them think twice. But the thing I want to know is, how did it end up with young Sir Hans?
Well, as I said, they took him captive.
Well, there must have been 10 of them.
Да-да-да, конечно, да. Целых
Must
два.
have been seeing double. As I recall, there were two.
Еще и хуёво
That
бронированных.
just proves how well you can count. Besides, they were armed to the teeth and had bows and armor. It might as well have been 10.
Whatever. Anyway, with a
Пиздобол.
bit of luck, I managed to free Sir Hans.
Why the modesty? You got them. Maybe a stroke of luck, but as we know, al dentes.
Fortuna
Он, видимо,
iurat.
только эти три слова
See now, you
да,
finally
знает.
learned it.
What?
Ah, it's just this kind of motto of ours.
Более
Fortune
латынь ему
favours the
неведомо.
Maybe they're really telling the truth about who they are. Who but a lord or a priest could know Latin? And priests they ain't. I can tell.
And as I recall, you already got a pony from Uncle Hanush as a reward for saving me. Your pebbles. So I'll save myself a few groschen.
Ah, but you never gave me anything for Talmberg.
For Talmberg? What was that about then?
The foe took the castle by subterfuge, and we planned a counterattack.
Under the cloak of darkness, we scaled the mighty walls of Talmberg Castle to get inside and open the portcullis to our brothers in arms who were poised and ready to attack.
And we almost succeeded. Only, along the way, Sir Hans here took an arrow to his noble seat.
Seat! He got shot in the backside!
My upper thigh, actually.
Backside it was. But that's no joke either. It's not easy to run with an arrow stuck in your arse. If I hadn't carried him...
I admit it, you saved
Лучше,
my
конечно,
arm.
свою жопу не испытывать.
Well, now, you two have been through a thing or two. As far as I can tell, it really was his backside and not his thigh. I examined Hans and saw the scar for myself. But I reckon you paid off part of your debt the other day, sir.
True enough. Hey, how did you manage to get the best of that cutthroat the other night when you hauled me here?
To be honest, by a stroke of luck. We were fighting outside, but that fucker got a hold of his falchion and let me have it in the guts. I thought I was done for, but I groped around and found a pail and whacked him with it with the last of my strength. And luckily I hit him a nice crack right on the noggin. Can't remember a thing after that.
My word. Fortune really does favour you. You chose your motto well.
Пора уже
Once we
в
get back
открытый
to
мир
Ratai,
выходить.
I'll have it inscribed on my shield.
Пора.
Do tell.
Нудотина
What else did
сплошная.
the two of you
И
encounter?
алхимия.
Quite a lot of things, but I'm afraid we don't have much time for storytelling right now. We came here on an important mission and we cannot afford to dally any longer. We have to get to Trotsky as soon as we can. How far is it from here?
Not far. Once you climb the hill above Zheleov, you'll see the castle.
All right. I think we should get on our way as soon as possible.
I'll prepare a bit of food for you, for your journey.
But Jenna, I don't know how to thank
Это,
you
по
for
сути, еще завязка.
Ah, but I do. Once we've settled our business with von Bergov, I shall reward you as befits a knight. You have my word of honor.
И подаришь мне, небось, то, что
Now
у меня
you've
уже
got me
есть.
curious. I never got a knight's word before.
For a start, you can leave me that spade. We can't manage without it.
Yes, of course. And thanks for everything you've done, Bajana.
I have something for you, Henry. Ma had trouble because of you, but I know you didn't do it on purpose, and you protected her when she needed it. I want to thank you for that. Take this potion. It will help when
Да
you're in
ты
danger
что?
or don't know which way to turn.
Что бы я без тебя
Have a
делал?
little sip each time, and it'll save you a lot of trouble. You'll see. It's not all that hard to brew. With a bit of practice, you could manage it yourself.
Thanks, Pavlana. This'll come in handy.
No doubt. but we'd better get going now.
Страшно представить, какое бы оно действительно было на вкус. Вареная крапива с
We're
белодонной.
obliged to you
В
for your
вине.
help and hospitality. God bless you.
And you too, sirs.
As Henry says, may God bless you for your generosity and your healing
Погнали.
hearts. And you have rightfully
Сколько он дал? Ага, аж
earned the
один.
gratitude of the House of Lipa for all time. If you should ever find yourself in need,
Да когда ж ты
the doors of
напиздишься уже,
Perchstein
а?
shall always be open to you.
Thank you, sir. Though, I'm not sure I could...
Can you tell me something about these
Про
parts?
географию
What can I
малость.
say? The village of Sheleov is nearby, and close to it there's a big traveller's inn. And to the north of Sheleov is Tachoth. They've got a blacksmith's there, and a small tavern. There's no love lost between the folks from Sheleov and Tachoth. They're always out to spite each other. Some dispute about some meadow.
Well, I don't suppose those are the only villages around here.
It ain't far from Sheleov to Semin. Sir Jan, the owner, he got a big stud farm with fine horses. And down by the water, a
Ну,
mill.
кони — это
The
отдельная тема,
biggest village
которую
in
я
these
попытаюсь
parts
еще
is
раскрыть.
Troskovitz, what lies at the foot of the castle.
Здесь не
The
все так
local
однозначно, как в
bailiff
первой
has his
игре.
seat there, and there's a tavern too. Then there's Nebakov Fortress, Sir Yaramir's seat. There's a mill at the foot of it. But Pavlena knows more gossip about folk around here. She goes out and about. I stay home these days and hardly meet a soul.
How come you live out here?
That's just the way it is. It's for me
Темнишь,
to know,
темнишь.
and you to find out.
Ah. All right. I won't pry.
Take care.
Все? Или еще у тебя что-то есть?
Is anything interesting happening around these parts?
Them bandits is riding roughshod over the place. It's about time Lord von Burgau rousted them out. But I reckon you know something about that, huh?
You got that right.
And there's to be a big wedding. Young Lord Semin's gonna marry the daughter of the bailiff of Troskovitz, Thrush. That's the biggest thing happening.
Пируха.
Apart from that, a band of nomads turned up here. They got a camp somewhere down by the pond.
You said you'd shoot arrows at the Cumans. You can use a bow.
Yeah, I'm pretty handy with it. I train up there, on the cliff, whenever I have a free moment. And the hares hanging in Ma's kitchen didn't just walk in by themselves. If they'd let me take part in the tournament at Trosky Castle, I'd beat all the men hands down.
У тебя там
But
крылья на
that
спине,
never
будь здоров,
happened.
должны быть.
So I have to make do with hares and a straw mannequin.
Так, ну это я уже у
Take care then.
Бажены спрашивал. Все. Больше тут особо ничего нету. Пожрать разве что. Ну-ка, подожди-ка. А то неизвестно, когда еще пища достанется. Все, сваливаем.
As Henry said, may God bless you for your generosity, and you have rightfully earned the
Так,
gratitude of the
отправляться
House
надо.
of Lipa for all time.
А то он не заткнется нахуй
Nothing against the
никогда.
hospitality of the good women folk here, but I want to get to Trosky Castle right
Оборванцы
away.
ебани. Ай. Ну, люди уже мертвы. Ну,
What
это что за
about Mutt?
собакой?
He's bound to be looking for us, and we can't just abandon him.
Henry, I like your dog, but that's not our priority right now.
He saved my skin.
So did I. First Trosky, von Bergov and the mission, then we can look for your dog.
All right. But the moment things are sorted out, I'll go looking for him.
I'd expect no less of you. So, should we get going?
Ну, про то-то
Hold
сказать
on.
же надо.
Before we hit the road, there's something you should know. I have a hunch that one of that band that ambushed us at the pond was Istvan Toth.
Toth? Are you yanking my pizzle? He's long since over the hills and far away.
Схерали бы.
I know how it sounds, but I saw him. Believe me. I'd never mistake his ugly face after all that happened.
Рожа-то у него с первой игры поменялась. Скин новый.
I know you have accounts to settle with him, but that's nonsense. Toth is in Sigismund's service and is harassing his opponents. And Otto von Bergov is one of Sigismund's allies. So Toth's hardly going to attack his
Ты же
people.
еще ни хера не понимаешь, что здесь происходит.
God knows what you saw.
Что
I
ты тут
saw
сразу...
him, the bastard, and I'll get him.
Yes, we'll surely get him one day. I promise you. And your sword, too. But I don't think either of them are around here. But I see you haven't wasted any time and found yourself a weapon to replace that sword. That's good. You never know when you might need it around here. Come on, let's get going. Your mind will turn to better things along the way.
Cinematic заставка. Знаешь, бабуля добрая душа. Знаешь. Громче, чтобы все услышали. Видно, не особо кто-то им рад. Ну еще бы. Вот этого я не понял. Чего они от собаки-то побегли?
Oh, I hope they've got a good physician at this castle. Or at least a barber. I mean, that old crone got me on my feet. But I don't believe much in herbal remedies. You can't
А он
beat
тебе
an
что,
educated man
операцию что ли
with
сделает?
medicine. And I can't wait to sleep in a proper bed. And some wine!
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, it's closed.
Нежданно-негаданно. Надо еще про заставку не забыть.
Open up! I bear an urgent message for your liege lord. Open the gate! I am a messenger from Sir Hanush of Lipa!
Да. Сука, блядь. Подмочили репутацию, так сказать.
Cats! Do you know who I am? No, we fucking don't! I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein.
I'm Hans Capon
To
of
Rata!
Shitty. Ганс говняный.
Now, look here, you filthy beggar! I'm not here for your amusement, so get your stinking, ragged asses out of here on the double. The pair of you!
What's all this about? Why don't you send those beggars packing?
I did, sir. They say they're messengers. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. Envoy...
I heard. Nevertheless, I doubt Sir Hanush would send two vagabonds covered in excrement as emissaries. Apart from which, Sir Hans Capon is dead. We found his body by the pond. His company was ambushed by outlaws.
Слышал такое выражение? Нет тела, нет дела.
Yes, yes, they ambushed us, but we managed to get away.
Sir, we met your Captain Thomas on our way. He can testify to who we are. He saw our message and its seal.
How terribly unfortunate you are. The captain's company
Ну вы в
was
натуре не
also
понимаете, с кем дело
ambushed by
имеете, да?
outlaws.
Раз вот все
The
подряд в
captain
засады
barely escaped
попадают.
with his life and has been delirious for 3 days. And even if he did confirm your story, I am under strict orders to admit no strangers to the castle.
Sir, there's a horseman approaching in King Sigismund's colours.
Ah, now that's what a messenger looks like. Count yourselves lucky that I don't have time to waste on you. Be gone!
I'm getting in, whether you like it or not.
Your shitty hands off me!
Блять, какой же он настырный, а.
No, wait. Wait, one moment!
What the fuck was that?
So now what?
There's only one thing we can do.
Напиться. Да? Да. А, нет, мыться.
Have you two got any groschen?
What do you take me for, wench?
For someone who stinks like a badger.
Look, we've had a tough couple of days, so we'd like a bit of peace and quiet, a beer, and a bite to eat.
Unless you want to share a bowl of gruel, you're going to need more coin than this.
Just bring the best you have, and we'll settle later.
С какой нахуй платой?
The gentleman
Ты ж, блядь,
wishes.
нищий сейчас.
Well, she's not far off. We look like a couple of beggars, and we stink even worse.
What the fuck was all that at the gate?
Бля, что
You try to
происходит?
talk to them and get shit poured on your head.
Different lands, different customs.
God's holy britches.
Well, I expect they've had trouble with beggars at the castle, so they act without thinking.
Oh, really? I'd never have figured that out. I'd rather hear some cunning plan how to get out of this shit. Huh?
The first thing we have to do is get ourselves into decent shape. Have a good scrub, get some better clothes. Then they might believe we're actually messengers.
That's all very well, except we can't even pay our bill here. Never mind a visit to the baths and the tailor.
Ну, возвращаться не вариант, потому что как? Бабки надо зарабатывать, ну, очевидно.
I'm not afraid of work. And we're gonna need every groschen we can get.
And how long will it take for you to earn a few groschen? And where will you find a decent tailor? Before we get ourselves sorted out, Sigismund will be sitting on the throne in Prague.
So what do you suggest? Going back to Ratai?
To Ratai? You just don't get it, do you? We can't go crawling back like this. We'd be a laughing stock.
Ну, попасть в засаду как бы от вас зависело, с каким успехом вы в засаду попадете. То есть стать посреди поля или где-то в ущелье – это разное дело вообще.
I suppose you're right. We'd be taken for total idiots.
Well, you could shrug that off. But me, we've got no message, no coin, nothing but our ragged arses.
Chin up. We'll sort it out somehow, and everything will be fine again.
Nothing will be fine, my friend. I'll tell you 4 reasons why. Oates, Tankard, Conrad, and Nicholas, instead of sitting here with us, having a chat and a laugh, they're just food for crows in some godforsaken hole.
I'm just as much to blame for their deaths as you. We're in this together.
At least we should give them a proper burial as soon as possible. They were good Christians, even though it didn't always seem that way.
We'll keep the promise we made at Bajenas. The best way to honor their memory is to finish our mission. We'll get inside the castle. You'll see. We'll avenge our lads and go back to Ratai with our heads held high. I promise you that.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Food! About bloody time.
Here we are. Gentlemen.
What is this stuff?
Hey, there's meat in that. And there's more than you gave me coin for. When you're finished, report for work.
Cheers.
Ой, ну, блядь. Такую походку за километр видно будет.
What is it? It's that woman from the pond.
Это гормоны, братан, это
What, the
гормоны.
one you gave us away for?
Ой, зря. Тебе этот кувшин вообще башку проломит, нахуй.
What are you waiting for? She can vouch for who we are. Go to her.
Что-то берет меня сомнение.
God be with you. A full pitcher of wine, please.
My word, that's a picture and a half. I ain't seen you here before. Who sent you? Not them nomad vagabonds, I hope.
Don't worry. I've come from the castle. I'm Catherine, and I've got the lovely job of keeping the soldiers' throats wet.
Ah, that's another matter then. Oh my. Ugh. Can you smell that too?
Oof. It stinks like something died here.
Это я.
Sorry to interrupt.
Начнем
Jesus,
униженно.
fella. That's a bit much.
Hey, youngster, if you want to go around mixing with my guests here,
Это
go
ты
and wash
правда
the
говоришь,
stench
это
off
правильно.
yourself at the trough first. Stinking up my establishment.
We divided
I
up
heard you
fairly.
talk about
Without
it.
the innards. What do you expect?
What was that?
Daddy's wounded.
Oh, aye.
Come on.
Poor Captain Thomas
Everyone
might
knows
never
about
get
him.
back on his
Don't
feet.
name names.
Him and his men were attacked by bandits.
Here's here.
Most of them are dead.
And Betty
Jesus
most of all.
Christ.
Lord von Berghoff is beside himself and won't allow his soldiers out the castle.
Aha. So
Just that
that's
my
why
old
they
woman
sent you for
don't
the
know what to
wine.
do with them.
Wait a more then.
А я за пределы Кашмита выйти могу?
That's not a bad idea.
Подожди. Обаяние 2. Печаль, беда. О, вот это. Хорош. Не, я реально не могу выйти за пределы Кашмита. Да, не могу. Ну что, давай говорить. Девчуля.
Oh, eh? I don't remember.
Ой, да не ври ты нахуй давай,
Hold
а.
on. Are you the boy that cleans the pit under the castle shitting hole?
Ты чё, охуела, мразота? Сама ты, сука, говночерпуха.
We saw each other by that pond.
What pond? I haven't been
Бля,
at any
блядь.
pond.
Пиздит, как дышит.
Yes, you were. You were attacked there by some bandits. You, some other women.
Но он до него
and us,
очень медленно
too.
доходит.
I have no
Что она просто не
idea
хочет
what you're
признавать
on
на
about.
людях.
I work at the castle and I wasn't at any pond.
Мать, тебя один раз увидишь, на всю жизнь запомнишь.
And I have no idea why you're trying to deny it. I saw you with my own eyes. You were washing laundry there with some other girls.
Well, I
Ну, это
reckon you
понятное
weren't
дело, но
looking
главное
too much
качать
at faces,
красноречие.
eh? Clear off, you lecher.
Ой, да пошла ты нахуй. На что у
Here's
тебя
your
еще пялится?
wine. Is this vagabond bothering you?
I can handle the likes of him myself. Thanks for the wine. Bye.
Please. I don't know what's up with you, but I know you were there. I need your help. You owe me that much. But we need to get to von Berghoff, and you're the only one who can confirm who we are.
Посланник.
You can't get into the castle.
Ну да, не хочет на людях
That's the
признавать.
king's messenger. Von Berghoff is getting ready to ride out.
Shit.
If you want to speak to him, the best place would be Samin's wedding. He'll be there. For sure.
No, wait.
And don't ever lay your hands on me again.
What are you gaping at? Have you nothing better to do?
Что такое? Что,
Why are
отработать?
you standing here like a pillar of salt? Are you ready?
What for?
To get to work. You pair ordered a lot more than you paid for, so you work your debt off, like I said.
All right. What do you want us to do?
Over there by the gate, there's a cart with sacks of flour from the mill. My old
Видать, открытый
man
мир еще
was meant
подождет.
to take them into the house. But as soon as he got a sniff of work, he vanished into thin air. The second door
полезное
in there
умение.
leads to the pantry. That's why I need you to haul the sacks. You have to lay each sack on the planks, so they don't touch the damp floor and go moldy. If you just chuck it on the floor in the corner, it'll spoil. So do it properly. 2 men can finish the work in a jiffy, and then we'll be quits.
All right, we'll do it.
Не в том положении,
Carrying a
чтобы
few sacks
отказываться.
won't kill us. For sure, it's less daunting work than fighting bandits in the woods.
Aye, it's terrible about them bandits. We never had nothing like that here before. Like it or not, you can't pay what you owe me, so I'm putting you to work. Is that clear?
All right, we'll do it.
Glad to hear it. I can see you ain't stuck up like your mate. Where are you actually from, if you don't mind me asking?
Скрытничать или прямо сказать? Ладно, пусть будет прямо.
Rat tie. Rat tie. That rings a bell. I ain't been further than the back off me whole life, but I know this place inside and out.
What's life like?
Расспрошу, пока есть
Better
возможность.
now that you and your pal have finally had a wash.
Ха-ха-ха,
Truth to
блядь.
tell, it used to be better. The war might be far away, but more and more young lads are going away to fight. But then there's a shortage of folk to do the work around here, and that's a big problem.
Where can I find work here?
First, you gotta carry them sacks for me, so don't bother looking anywhere else yet. But otherwise, you can find work anywhere. You just need to keep your eyes open and not be afraid to ask. Try Radovan the smith for one. He's a bit
Вот
odd,
это да, вот это
but he'll
полезно.
pay decently for
Кузнечное
helping
дело
out.
я буду развивать
Come to
капитально
mention
сейчас.
it, he's sat just round the corner there, if you want to ask him about it. And that fella next to him is Miller Crazel. He needs helpers now and then.
Ой, да пошел он нахуй.
Watch
С
out for
медиками
him.
связываться себе
You know
дороже.
what they say about Millers.
I've heard things all right.
Well then, be careful.
Is this the only tavern here?
In Troskovitz it is.
You must be doing pretty well then, eh?
I'd be doing a lot better if everyone paid their bills.
Так, а
Where do you
куда
want
их
the
там?
sacks moved to?
To the pantry. That's the second door inside there. But I'd split the work with your pal if I was you. So you don't do yourself a mischief. It's his debt too, ain't it?
Where's the pantry?
Second door inside the tavern. You can't miss it.
Ну, еще бы.
I'll go and discuss it with
Ладно,
my friend.
понеслась.
And careful with them sacks. I don't want you ripping them or anything like that. And what can I get for you?
Хорошее сохранение было.
We could come up with a plan to take you away.
Хайнрих. Не уверен, есть ли смысл с кем-то здесь говорить. Умыться уже больше нельзя. Да, где этот прощелыга?
Pig that size on my own.
Свинопас. Это не для меня. А, вот ты, ёпта, я тебя не
Talk to
узнал.
that woman from the pond.
I noticed. It didn't look like she was too pleased to see you, though.
The main thing is, she denied ever being at the pond.
It's definitely her, though. You don't forget a figure like hers.
I got the feeling she didn't want to talk about it for some reason. I did get something out of her, though.
What? Don't keep me in suspense.
Von Bergov is about to leave the castle.
Sacra! If he pledges to Sigismund before we can get to him, everything's fucked.
Calm down, let me finish. There's also going to be a big wedding in the region. Some Lord Semine is getting married. It looks like it's going to be a huge event.
Why should some wedding in a shithole near Trotsky be of any interest to us?
Because it looks like Von Bergov will be there.
Oh, that's fantastic news, Henry. So all we have to do is get on the guest list. And that shouldn't
Вроде
be a
того.
problem because you've got a cunning plan, right?
I'll come up with something.
I hope so. You can't expect me to do the thinking for both of us all the time. We'll ask the locals and see.
Распетушился.
There's something else we have to sort out first. I spoke to the innkeeper.
I noticed that too.
We can work off our debt. All we have to do is carry a few sacks of flour from that cart to the pantry. If we both do it, we'll be finished in no time.
Lug sacks? Are you yanking my noble pizzle?
I'm serious.
I can't work. I'm a noble. What if someone saw me?
Не буду
Alright,
пиздеть, упрашивать его, это только время займет. А на диалоге тут и так времени расходуется херова
You
гора.
know your place.
Although, a couple of sacks wouldn't kill you, eh?
Henry, haven't you ever heard of the 3 states of man?
А чё
That'd be
репутация
some
товарищества?
aristocratic excuse.
Not so fast. It's God's law. Oratoris, the priests who pray for us. Laboratoris, the plebs who shovel shit
Plebs.
and pay taxes. And Bellatoris,
Ох ты, сука.
the warriors who protect the ones on their knees or in the fields. Now, which am I? So if you find me a sword, I can get to work. But wield a
Пошел
pitchfork
искать.
or carry sacks? That's against God and nature.
Ну еще бы.
I understand.
Thank you, Henry. And don't worry, I'll pay you back for your hard work.
I'm on it.
Thanks again for accepting it with humility. And fear not, friend, I'll repay the favor.
How? Or giving me a large estate?
That too, of course. Maybe two
Откуда ты их
estates.
найдешь?
But above all, once we're out of the worst, I'll help you find your dog. As soon as we have at least some gear, we'll head into the forest and find Mutt in a trice. Although, if you think about the 3 states of man, looking for lost dogs is more like a huntsman's work. But let's pay no mind to that.
That would be kind of you.
I knew you'd be pleased.
Что-то прям
We could come up with a plan to take her away.
игра не мелочится. Так, стоп, я что-то помню, тут кое-что хотел сделать. Тут же есть сушильня? Да, нет? Не помню. Так, это хер пойми что. Наверное, видео выйдет подольше. Потому что очень много пиздежа, кат-сцен и прочего. А тут? Во, сушильня. Где? Вот. Это хорошо, давай. Даже яблоко высушить можно. Не, ну в принципе, почему бы и нет? Травы пригодятся. Может, работу у алхимика местного найду. Который аптекарь. Еще вспомнить, где он там есть. Так, ладно. Ты.
The innkeeper told me we should move the sacks.
So what are you waiting for? I'm bored to death already. I'll move each sack so you can get a better grip on it. But don't expect no more from me.
Кто бы сомневался.
Ooh, that isn't half heavy. Oh.
It's a nice place to rest when you're passing by in the sunlight. The only bit of shade far away.
Вот это я, блядь, понимаю, реалистичная игра. Сука. Охуеть. Да. Ну, самое начало всегда самое сложное. Вот сюда, да?
Somewhere at last.
To go. Christ, there'll be nothing nice left here at this rate. Don't worry. When's the last time you saw the rain? Get any...
One beer, please.
See my brother.
To talk about the inheritance. But he drools all over himself. He gets this feeling that his time's nearly... Oh, I get it often. Nearly all the time. Always threatening to leave everything to the church if I don't go and see.
Хоть бери да насвистывай.
Stein in all my years.
Let me tell you, I'd rather die poor but young than to go through that.
How dare you? I am the son of the bailiff.
Not too bad, but I've got so much to do. I'd have to split myself in two to get it all done on time.
Why don't you take on a young apprentice, perhaps? Sure, but where can I find it? People are always asking me if you're looking for me. They are never good enough for you. I don't want some good...
Did you say?
Что это еще
Say it
такое?
again.
It was
Ёб
their
твою
own
мать.
fault.
What do you mean? They attacked themselves? What the fuck are you trying to say?
Everyone knows it's dangerous around Trusky. Making camp in such an
Сука, всё уже
unprotected place
загорелся,
is
блядь.
suicide.
Where else were they supposed to make
Чепуха
camp,
панская.
smart-ass?
Somewhere in the rocks, maybe. Not out in the open by the pond. Only a fool would do that.
Дело говорит.
But calm down, both of you.
I'm perfectly calm. It's your chum here who's ranting and raving.
Pack it in, Henry. There's no point in arguing with this yokel. He fancies himself as a military strategist.
I don't believe a word you're saying. A weed like you surviving a fight against
Так а мы
bandits
с ними не
even von
бились.
Berghoff himself has trouble with?
Так он
Believe what you
долбоёб,
like,
чё ему?
but I'm telling the truth. And in fact, I'm willing to overlook all your insults if you apologize right now. And invite me to that wedding.
Oh, you want to come to the wedding, do you? Huh. I'll give you a piece of advice, pal. If you can make yourself useful for the blacksmith or the miller, you'll get to the wedding.
you'll see the glorious occasion, at least from a distance, and you can stop spouting your pathetic lies.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein, and I demand your immediate apology.
Надо малость микрофон
Sir Hans
подвинуть.
Capon, Lord of
Осторожно.
Perkstein. Sir Hans
Вот так.
Capon, Lord of Perkstein.
You're starting to bore me, you and your silly made-up name.
No apology, then. It looks like I'm going to have to teach you a lesson.
Ты совсем охуел.
I'm so
Ёб твою мать.
scared.
There's no point in this. Let's leave.
I'd do what your pal says if I were you. Get lost before something happens
Он
to
тебя
you.
сейчас мечом отделает,
Give you a
ебанат.
chance to apologize, and you keep insulting me. Get ready to pick up your broken teeth with broken fingers.
Сука, да
I'd
ну
like to
нахуй.
see that.
Это вообще возможно
Come
как-то
on,
нормально
man.
уладить?
You scum!
Вот это замес. На нахуй.
I'll get you.
Да, в смысле? Сука, да чё ж за... На нахуй, на нахуй.
What are those fancy moves?
Сука, на, блядь, жри, нахуй. Жри, блядь. Вкусно, нахуй. Ебать, да ты вообще умрешь сегодня, нахуй, нет? Сука, кто, блядь? Да я ж нажимаю СКМ-то, мать твою, ебать. Ну сразу против четверых, нахуй. Может сразу пятерых, ебать, еще взять, а? Так, тихо, тихо. На, сука. Тихо, отцепись от этого. Надо крайнего всегда выбирать. Я нажал. Не надо, тут нахуй я нажал. Блять, откуда-то и сбоку прилетает, ебаный в рот. Да вас тут 10 раз больше, нахуй.
Come on then.
You asked for it. Nice strike.
You're not up to it. That won't work on me.
Oh, Adele.
Yeah.
You leave me no other choice.
Shit.
О, заруба, а. Тихо, тихо, тихо. Кого выбрать? Вот его. Блять. На, сука. Ебать, окружили, нахуй, окружили. Хуйня какая-то вышла, блядь. Но на кулаках ничего другого и не может получиться. На, нахуй. Сука, вообще не разбирает, кого пиздит. Терпи, ебать. Да хуя благородный. Куда не наступит, так сразу в говно попадет.
You behave like a spoilt brat. How dare you speak?
Да пизделся.
You know, if you just shut up and done some work, we'd have coin by now and be on our way to the castle. But no, not his lordship.
You've got a nerve.
If you hadn't have played the hero, we'd have been there long since, and I wouldn't have had to get you out of that mess. Oh yeah, because this isn't a mess, is it?
Какого нахуй героя? Ты чё, блядь, базаришь там, ебанат херов?
You'll get a whipping too.
Just who the hell do you think you are? Well, nothing to say for yourself?
Бессмысленно с ним базарить, он тупой, блядь,
It's your
как
fault we're in
дебил.
this fucking pillory.
Бревно хуево.
This is a bad dream. You really are a simpleton. I don't understand how I could have failed to see it for so long.
Да.
Stupid yokel who doesn't know the way of the world. Still got nothing to say. Not worth the fucking effort, am I? I can't believe I ever bothered with you. My so-called protector, adjutant? You're a waste of space. It was me who had to save your life. You couldn't even keep an eye on your fucking
По-моему, у него
mother.
переизбыток эстрогена.
You still can't think of
Что
anything
больно у
to
него
say,
большие
eh?
перепады
All right.
настроения.
Have it your way. We really have nothing more to say to each other.
Я вот себе с трудом представляю, как можно ночь вот в таком положении простоять.
Right, ladies. Time to go home. But I swear to Christ, if I catch you again, I'm gonna skin you both alive.
Ты местный пристав, что ли?
Isn't that? What's over?
Hey! Open
Блять, насколько же он плохо понимает, в каком он положении. Вот серьезно.
Oh shit. Right, where were we?
А чё его первого, слышишь
Get
ты?
out of my sight. What are we gonna do?
You can do as you like. You can go and carry sacks or dig latrines. I'll look after myself. I'll go and see Lord von Berghoff at the wedding. I bid you farewell.
Oh. Yeah. If I were in your shoes, I'd be glad to be rid of the good for nothing, eh? Yeah. All right, off you go.
Они решили разделиться. Гениальная затея. Очень в стиле птачика. Ну да, надо на этом закончить. Преступление и репутация. Каждый ваш поступок имеет последствия. Если вы совершаете преступления, окружающий мир и его жители будут реагировать на них. Ну тут все по стандарту, ничего нового не будет. Если не поймали с поличным, это не значит, что тебе все сойдет с рук. Люди не глупые и могут догадаться, что преступление твоих рук дело. Вот это, конечно, гениально просто.
I really do need to find some job.
Да, с тобой я поговорю в следующей серии.
You're Henry, right?
До встречи!
Or